Games have been an integral part of my life ever since I was a kid. Starting off on World 1-1 in Mario to scaling the twisted slope of Spiral Mountain in Banjo-Kazooie, saving dragons and setting fire to Nasty Nork in Spyro to silencing singing poop in Conker. It really goes to show that there's no adventure quite like a good platformer. In today's age, unfortunately, platformers are a bit limited. While we have great games in this generation such as Yooka-Laylee and A Hat in Time, it's really hard to find a new face of platforming, as most of the platformers today are either sequels or continuations of already established franchises. Then I heard of a game called Tamarin, the new platformer which takes nods from Banjo-Kazooie and other popular platformers and packages them into something new. Everyone, welcome the newest face of the 3D platforming genre, Tamarin. Or, well, he is a Tamarin. I'm not too sure what this lovable guy's name is, so we'll just give him the unofficial name of, well, Tamarin. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready. Let's pounce into the gorgeous world of Tamarin. Before we pounce in, I just wanted to touch up on the team and their background. Chameleon Games are comprised of a small team of fantastic developers, who are veterans from the company Rare. Those are the guys who developed many of the games I personally grew up playing, so Chameleon Games, I just want to say it is an absolute honor and privilege to be able to talk about your game today. I wanted to personally thank you for all that you've done, and that you will do in the future. I will definitely be keeping a close eye on it. Now, let's go ahead and jump in. The game opens up with Tamarin and his family, and they're living their happy lives until everything is destroyed by the insects. His family is scattered, and the Tamarin's once beautiful home is now set ablaze and reduced to ashes. With everything gone, this close to extinct species has nothing left, except for one thing: our protagonist, Tamarin. And Tamarin will really do anything to make sure he defeats this threat, saves the world, his friends and family, and make sure everything goes back to the way it should be. This game has such a beautiful story, a beautiful background, and I really don't want to get too deep into it. This game does have a message that I would like everyone to experience, but this game is absolutely stunning. Chameleon Games takes you on a journey through smoldering forest remains, lush fjords, toxic swamps, insect factories that contain groovy tunes and dancing bugs, and much, much more. Each level has so much beauty to it, it's easy to tell that this isn't the developer's first rodeo. I was pretty blown away by just how beautiful the landscapes were, combined by that amazing soundtrack which was composed by David Wise, who not only composed the music you're hearing now, but also worked on soundtracks for pretty other well-known games such as Donkey Kong Country, Yooka-Laylee, Super Smash Bros. Melee, and many, many more. Each map really took me back to my explorative roots and absolutely rewards you for stepping off the beaten trail. This is something that a lot of games these days don't do, but Tamarin hides collectibles in every nook and cranny and really makes the most of exploring these worlds and makes it that much more of a joy. Chameleon Games knew the sandbox they wanted to create, and they absolutely made the most of it. Now, while you do have good gameplay that feels fairly reminiscent of good old Banjo, where you focus primarily on platforming and close quarter combat, the other half blends in some almost Conker's Bad Fur Day shooting mechanics, with a variety of weapons and combinations that really couldn't feel better. I do have to say the one thing that this camera does control like a game from the Nintendo 64 generation, but this is actually something I really like about this game. It's a platformer that stays true to its roots and gives me almost a feeling of nostalgia at every turn, while also at the same time showing me something new. This game feels like something that would have came out during the era of Spyro or Crash Bandicoot, and while there are some who may think that the camera controls may hold the game down, I find that it makes it more enjoyable. I grew up with funny camera controls, so I couldn't be more at home with this game. Tamarin is a game that I could see myself coming back to years down the line. The world, the gameplay, the music, these are all things that make me want to come back. But most importantly, hidden nestled into this game's beautiful and cute artwork, there's a very important message that I think everyone needs to hear. It's clear that Tamarins weren't selected to be this game's mascot just because they're cute animals. Tamarins, or well, more specifically, golden lion tamarins, are one of the most endangered animals on the planet. They've been poached to near extinction, and the home of the tamarins have been dwindled down to a mere 2%. Personally, if my home was dwindled down to 2%, I will really only have enough space for this desk that I'm recording this video on. But it's not just tamarins that Chameleon Games are trying to open our eyes to. Birds, porcupines, these are all animals that have been affected. The first level isn't just home to one species, it's our home as well, and it's on fire. There are so many ways that we as a society can help our world heal, but it only takes the world to realize what's happening for there to be change. By the developers releasing this game, I really hope that this will open the eyes of players who may not realize what's going on with our planet right now. But with more eyes open to what we're facing in today's climate gives us more hope for the future. From gorgeous graphics to a catchy soundtrack, nostalgic gameplay, and an important message, this is a game I cannot recommend enough. You can purchase this game on Steam and a PlayStation 4 right now for $40 US. This game is planned to be released on the Xbox in the future, with a possible Nintendo Switch release later down the road. I want to say thank you all for watching, and I hope you all stay safe out there. Bye now.